Glory to Jesus Christ. Today is Thursday, March 27th, the 25th day of the fast. In the last few days, we've heard from St. Silouan referring to a remembrance of death and how that is being humble and how important that is. And today we'll shift gears a bit. And so before I read from St. Silouan, think in your life as there's something that you might have begun, a new maybe hobby, a new sport, something like that. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it can seem very easy, and we get all excited. And boy, how simple this is! I don't even have to put any effort forth. But then we realize, as time goes on, well, to keep making progress, it's hard work. And so Saint Silouan's going to pick up on that today as he writes, and this connects to our spiritual life and humility. So Saint Silouan writes, "At first, when a man begins to work for the Lord, grace gives him the strength to be zealous after good. All is easy and effortless. And seeing this in his inexperience, he thinks to himself, I shall continue thus zealously all my life long. And at the same time, he exalts himself above those who live carelessly and begins to pass judgment on them. And so he loses the grace that was helping him to keep God's commandments. And he does not understand what has happened. Everything was going so well with him, but now it is all so difficult, and he feels no desire to pray. But he should not be afraid. It is the Lord in his mercy nurturing the soul. The moment the soul exalts herself above her fellows, she is attacked by some thought or impulse unpleasing to God. If she humbles herself, grace does not depart. But if she does not, some small temptation follows to humble her. Should she again not humble herself, a ravaging struggle with the passions will start up within her. If she still does not humble herself, she will fall into a measure of sin. Should she once again fail to humble herself, a great temptation will ensue, and there will be grave sin. And so it will go on until the soul humbles herself, when temptation will leave her, and if she brings herself very low, a gentle peace will come, and all that is evil will disappear." And it just seems to me on a very earthly, practical level that in some way we've all experienced this. If we've started something new and done well at it, then our eyes shoot to someone else and we think, oh, they're not good at it, and I am. And so how quick the proud can enter in, and St. Silouan reminding us to be aware of that and to be weary of that as it happens. We'll read one text from the Lenten Triodion, again back to the Sunday of the Publican and the Pharisee. We're running out of texts for the Sunday of the Publican and the Pharisee, so we'll be shifting gears here shortly on that, but we still have a few more to go. So today we hear, "Let us cast out from our soul foolish pride and learn to think with truth and humility. Let us not try to justify ourselves, but let us hate the delusion of vainglory and so obtain God's mercy with the publican." And I think it's been a little while, at least in text, since we heard the word to justify. So this is definitely something that happens to us with our pride, that we then justify ourselves and say, whether it's been something good, bad, whatever it is, we give excuses or try to, again, raise ourselves up and justify ourselves. And we have to avoid that in our humility as well. Glory to Jesus Christ.